नमस्ते प्रणाम गीता ध्यानम ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। O Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Partha, the ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters, O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the 11th Adhyaya of Vishwarupa Darshana, and Arjuna has made his sincere request, made his sincere pleading to Krishna that Krishna, show me your true form. I am fed up. I am very terrified. Although I am delighted also, but I am equally terrified seeing this universal form of yours. And in the previous shloka that we read, Arjuna has kind of brought out two of his very important qualities as a friend of Krishna, as a companion of Krishna. Those two qualities, a quality of a great devotee, a great bhakta, and a quality of a mighty warrior also. Because last shlok that we read, where Arjuna has actually now described the form which he wants to see. He has described to Krishna that get out of this universal form, this cosmic form, this Vishwarupa, and let me see your form which I am familiar with, which I love to look at, which I love to be with. And what is that form? That form is Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrahastim, with the crown on your head, with the mace in your hand, with the Sudarshan Chakra in your hand. Kiritinam Gadinam Chakrahastim Ichchami Tvam dṛṣṭum tathaiva. Therefore, it is my great desire to see that form of yours, with the crown on your head, with a gada in your hand, and with the Sudarshan Chakra in other hand, and tenaiva rūpaṃ chaturbhujena. You are that form with the four arms. Now, the vision of that form, four-armed Vishnu, is not for each and everyone. It is only for a devotee of a very higher order. It is only for the devotees who have advanced so much on that spiritual path. Only they can have that vision of the four-armed Vishnu. Tena eva rūpaṃ chaturbhujena. Sahasrabaho bhava Vishwamurte. O Vishwamurte, O the Lord having this universal form, this cosmic form, this Vishwarupa of the Sahasrabaho, I don't want. I don't want those thousands and billions and millions of mighty armed form. No, I just want that blissful four-armed form of that great Lord that I am so much familiar with. And this indicates what was the stature of Arjuna as far as the bhakta is concerned. He was a great devotee. He was a great bhakta. And at the same time, he also wanted to see those weapons in the hands of his beloved form of that Lord. He also wanted to see the mace, the gada, and the chakra. Now somehow Vishnu was not a god wielding bow and arrow, which was Arjuna's patent weapon. But Arjuna said, doesn't matter. Let me see those mace and the Sudarshan Chakra that you are holding in your two hands. Arjuna didn't mention about that lotus and the conch which are held in other two hands of the Krishna. He wanted to see the weapons in the hands of that four-armed beloved form of his Lord. So that was the 46th shloka that we read last, and in response to that, Krishna is so very pleased with this attitude of Arjuna, with this devotional attitude and also the attitude of becoming a warrior now. So Krishna is absolutely pleased, and now he starts addressing Arjuna in this 47th shloka that we are going to read today. SrīBhagavānuvāca. mayā prasannena tavārjunedaṃ rūpaṃ paraṃ darśitamātmayogāt tejomayaṃ viśvamanantamādyaṃ yanme tvadanyena dṛṣṭapūrvam. Sri Krishna is very pleased. Krishna is very pleased with this attitude of Arjuna, where Arjuna wants to see that four-armed, blissful, the compassionate form of the Lord, instead of the thousand-armed and that terrible-looking Vishwarupa. He wants a simple, the pleasant, blissful form of four-armed Vishnu with gada and mace in gada in one hand, mace in one hand, and the chakra, the discus, that Sudarshan chakra in another hand. That's it. That's all. That's all Arjuna wants to see now. He wants Krishna to get rid of that divya form that he had. Now Krishna says, mayā prasannena tavārjunedaṃ rūpaṃ paraṃ darśitamātmayogāt. Atmayogāt, with my grand power, yogic power. Atmayogāt. Darshitam rūpaṃ paraṃ. I have shown you, I have exhibited before you this supreme form of mine. Mayā prasannena, having great pleasure in my heart for you, having a great mercy, being gracious on you. Mayā prasannena tavārjunedaṃ rūpaṃ, having been so much gracious on you, with great pleasure for you, that I have exhibited this rūpaṃ paraṃ, this supreme form of mine, Atmayogāt, with my great yogic power. I have exhibited before you, I have shown before you this mighty form of mine, out of compassion for you, out of mercy for you, out of my great pleasure to show that form to you. Tejomayaṃ. Now how was that form? Now Krishna is describing that the rūpaṃ paraṃ, that supreme form. Now Krishna is describing in this second line. Tejomayaṃ viśvamanantamādyaṃ yanme tvadanyena dṛṣṭapūrvam. Tejomayaṃ, the splendorous, the glorious, the radiant form, filled with all that splendor and the radiance. Tejomayaṃ viśvamanantamādyaṃ, and anantam, limitless. There is no beginning, there is no middle, there is no end. Anantam adyam. Adyam is the earliest one, the primeval one. Adyam, the oldest one, the most ancient. This rūpaṃ, yanme tvadanyena dṛṣṭapūrvam. This form, which is tejomayaṃ, which is so radiant, which is so splendorous form, which is ananta rūpaṃ, which is endless, which is limitless, this universal form that you have seen. Tejomayaṃ viśvam, this universal, this cosmic form, this Vishwarupa that you have seen, which is limitless, which is anantyam, which is adyam, which is primeval. And yat me, of this form, this form that na anyena dṛṣṭapūrvam. No one has seen this earlier, my dear friend. You are so lucky that out of my mercy, out of my grace, with all my graciousness showered on you, I have exhibited before you this supreme form. I have exhibited before you this grand universal form, this cosmic form of mine, so splendorous, so radiant, so glorious, which is limitless. You yourself have said that you couldn't figure out where is the beginning of this form, where is the end of this form. You yourself you have seen this form covering all the space, this form pervading this entire creation, and it is the Adyam. It is the most ancient one, because there is no beginning to this. Nobody has seen from where this form has come into place. This form is ever existence, time immemorial. It doesn't fit into the time scale at all. There is no past, there is no present, there is no future for that matter. This time, in fact, is in this form, rather than this form being in the time. The time is in this form. So it is the Adyam, it is Anantam. And Krishna says that this form which you have seen, which you are so lucky, which you are so fortunate, which you are so blessed to have a look at this form. Nobody, anyena na dṛṣṭapūrvam, purvam, earlier, no one has seen this. No one has got this fortune. No one has got this blessing of taking a darshan of this form, taking a darshan of this Vishwarupa. Graciously have I shown you, O Arjuna, this supreme form by my yogic power. Atmayogāt. I have exhibited before you because of my inherent Atma Yoga, because by yogic power. This resplendent, this glorious, this splendorous form which is universal, which is infinite, which is primeval, which none but you has ever seen. Only you have seen it so far. Nobody has been so fortunate, so blessed, so lucky to have had the vision of this form, to have the darshan of this Vishwarupa darshan. Spiritual exuberance and the experience thereof is common inheritance of all. All devotees, they have to have that experience. And Arjuna is here, who for the first time, he has had that universal vision. Of course, although Sri Krishna told him that you are the only one who has seen, he had also shown that not as a Vishwarupa, but the entire universe in him. That form he had shown to his mother Yashoda. When Mother Yashoda wanted to see what my child has eaten, he has eaten that mud, he will get injured. I don't know what he is. So she asks that child, baby, infant Krishna, you open your mouth, let me see what you have eaten. And as Krishna opened his mouth, what did Yashoda see? Yashoda saw the entire universe that is radiating in the mouth of her sweet little child. That was another occasion where Krishna gave some kind of indication to his mother that I am not your ordinary child. I am the one who is carrying this entire universe. And that was the realization Yashoda had for the first time. And here, Sri Krishna says, this is the first time you have seen my Vishwarupa. To Yashoda, it was Vishwa in his Rupa, current, that form, baby form, tiny form of Balakrishna. And here, Krishna says, you are the first one who has seen my Vishwarupa. Arjuna is beset with a worldly problem. The solution for it has to be found on the background of the cosmic functioning of the Lord. And that is the reason why Krishna showed him that vision. Arjuna had to know what is the reality. Arjuna had to know that I am going to wage the war. What is going to, and he had asked Krishna so many times that what is going to be the end? He wanted to know how is this war going to progress, and Krishna, through his mercy, through his compassion, he had shown in that Vishwarupa Darshana that all those mighty warriors from both the camps, they are being devoured by that universal form, and that was what Krishna indicated to Arjuna. This is what going to happen at the end of the war, whether you like it or not, whether you participate in the war or not. That is immaterial, because I have already written the future of all, each and every one of these warriors here who are standing at the Kurukshetra battlefield. You need not worry about it. I have already written the script. You have to just be an instrument in my hand and play the role that I have written for you, that I have given to you. The solution for it has to be found on the background of the cosmic functioning of the Lord. Along with it, a peep into the beyond also is provided for him by the grace of the Almighty. Each man finds the reflection of his own face in the mirror. Similarly, Arjuna finds problems peculiar to him solved in this cosmic setting. So Arjuna he had that kind of hesitation for waging the war. What will happen if I kill all these? What will happen? There will be anarchy in the society with all the men being killed. The women will become immoral and all that thing. Krishna says, you don't have to worry about anything. I have already planned everything for each and every being in this universe. They have to walk the path as planned by me. You do your duty as an instrument. And this great realization Arjuna has had. And therefore, in the previous Shloka, he asked Krishna, I want to see that form of yours with that mace in your hand, with the Sudarshan Chakra in your hand, and let me get ready. Let me get ready to pick up my own weapons also. Having seen the weapons in your hand, that will motivate me to pick up my weapons. Possibly that was kind of an indication that Arjuna was giving to Krishna. His peculiar case is no doubt a solitary incident fittingly solved by the Lord. And therefore Krishna thought that this is the right moment to show Arjuna what is his true intent, what is his true path. And therefore Krishna says, only you are the fortunate one who has seen this mightier form of mine, the Vishwarupa. So that is how Krishna has started lovingly talking to his beloved child Arjuna, and slowly making him forward on this path of bhakti as well as the war that is going to start soon after the end of this Bhagavad Gita. So that was 47th Shloka of the 11th Adhyaya, the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, in which Krishna has clearly mentioned to Arjuna, you are the first one to have this darshana because of my yogic powers. So that was our reading of the 47th shloka of the Vishwarupa Darshana Yoga, the 11th Adhyaya of Srimad Bhagavad Gita for the day. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ram Krishna. Jai Thakur Jai Ma. Jai Swami Ji.